my last leg day today, so a bittersweet moment. Yo, what's up, people? So last leg day going down today. We're filming a bit. Awesome news coming on Monday, like really fucking awesome news. Like I got a lot of cool things going on business wise, so yeah, I mean I can't say it, but I'm excited. But I will say we're about to hire 2 new coaches, so business is growing. We're in the selection process right now, so you guys will hear about that soon. Website's in development, like a better website. And we're switching coaching platforms. I see some of my clients in the video here. What's up, Kirkmore? Congratulations on the pro card. Thank you, Sarah. So it sucks ass to switch platforms, I'm not gonna lie, with all the clients, but the system or platform we're gonna use is much better. I actually know the guy. He makes Joe Bennett's app and John Jewett's course, Eugene Tao, Camp Jansen when Matt Jansen had a service. So really, yo, what's up, Cairo? Cairo's competing in about a week. He's going for the Olympia Amateur. I posted him the other day on Iron Eating. Then we have one of my other clients, Iron Young, competing soon. 14 days or around 14 days. So both those guys are going for the pro cards. I'm really excited. I get to see Cairo the day before he competes in the Amateur Olympia. So honestly, people are like, oh, I don't know how you coach, while you're in prep. And I'm like, well, first of all, 100% of amateurs work a full-time job and somehow compete and still, not get fired. So I always think it's funny when people say that. But no, I'm really excited to it's weird, but I like challenging myself and I like doing things like that. I had a guy compete one other time the same day as me at the Olympia, and he won his class. So that was pretty dope. I like to be capable. I hate feeling like I'm unable to do something. So excited for those 2 guys. Oh man, let's see what we got. Question lines here. Do you recommend having more than one coach? No, it depends. Like, I have 2 coaches because I have literally the best guy when it comes to training. He doesn't do nutrition. And I have Yassine, who does nutrition and PEDs and supplements. So not everyone is great at both, and sometimes you have to think about that. If your coach doesn't, and honestly, a coach should be honest with you. If a coach says, hey, training isn't my expertise, maybe look at finding this guy, because there is coaching companies that I'll have a specifically like training programming specialist, whereas the one that the coach actually just does nutrition, PEDs, stuff like that. So I think number one, if your coach is pretending that they know everything, that's a huge issue. But there's a lot of coaches now that are coming up that know how to program everything. I think the level of education from coach to coach is definitely rising. Or maybe I'm just in a different space and I see all these awesome coaches out there, but personally I think it's getting better. What do you think about Ramon? The video's coming soon. I did the Breon one, so go like that one. Go comment on that one. I got really excited. I was like, man, maybe I should just do the Urs one today. But I'm going to wait till tomorrow to do the Urs is next on the What Do I Think About series. And then Ramon will be after Urs 2 days later. I'm doing it every other day, so you'll have to wait. Let's see. Saturday, Sunday, like Tuesday. You have to wait till Tuesday to hear about Ramon. And then I'll post the Chris one last on like Thursday. Oh. Hey. Say hey to Instagrams. We got Coach Daz here in town buying blow dryers and stuff. Yeah, recommend Stairmaster as cardio. No, I mean, yes and no. I mean, it just depends on what's going on with your body. If you don't need it, then I would definitely say no. But I think this is my last cardio session. I just got a text from Coach. So that's awesome. Let me push a little harder. Lower volume. Oh, never mind. He's just talking about leg day. Stuff I already know. Anyway, but Stairmaster. I find that what I had to do to get my heart rate up these last few weeks is hop on the Stairmaster. But that's literally the only reason. Like, it doesn't, like, I'm not hopping on it because it's magically gonna, get me shredded or make my glutes harder or whatever that people like to say. I have a target, heart rate, beats per minute. And if I can't achieve that on a treadmill, then I'll find something a little bit more difficult, Appreciate it, Cairo. Yeah, I'm always trying to get better. That's the thing. He's been with me the longest, so he wasn't my first client, but he was one of my first clients, and he's seen the progression. I'm happy he stuck it out with me. But yeah, it's been since 2018. Thanks for liking my post. I am Brazilian. Oh, of course, man. I'm trying to be a little bit more personable online. If I see something I like, I'll comment. I can't give a ton of energy, man, to it, but if I leave an emoji, just know that took energy out of me that I don't get back. Saw the Gangsta's Paradise video. Yeah, the Gangsta's Paradise video was great. I'm no longer with Still Supplements, so I'm not sure what's gonna happen with those videos anymore, if we'll be able to do more or not, but I would love to at least do one more with Paul before, it's all said and done. Because Paul's one of the best, cinematographers I know. So you do cardio in the morning at your house and go to the gym late in the afternoon. Is that what you mean? Exactly. So if you're not taking any supplements or anything like that, like your Himbine or GH, then you can do cardio pretty much whenever you want. The only exception is I wouldn't do it right before you go train. But like I said, with those supplements in, those compounds in, then you would want to do it faster to take advantage of those lipolytic effects, fat burning effects. But that's literally the only reason. If a coach decides you're doing faster cardio to do faster cardio, it's because he doesn't know anything about how the body works. But yeah, I do go to the gym later in the day. I have 2 meals. I'll do cardio, I'll eat twice, and then I'll hit the gym. What do you walk around in the off season? It changes. I'm getting bigger. It's not the same. This off season is gonna be different from last off season. How many grams of protein do I eat? Oh my goodness, you guys gotta come up with better questions than this. You can have protein wise anywhere from 0.7 grams per pound to like 2 grams per pound. Honestly, it, in my opinion, doesn't matter a whole lot. It's more so for like other reasons outside of muscle building. Like, do you really want to have, imagine you eating like 4,000 calories which is a lot. And then, you know, let's say if you're doing 2 grams per you know pound, then you know that's gonna be decent meals, you know, throughout the day. But if you're doing 0.7 grams per pound, then then you have to get those calories in through the, you know, your carbs, your fats, and that can be a lot. I mean, I like rice, but I don't know if I want 4 or 5 cups of rice with every meal, you know. I have any idea what my body fat is. I don't know. I think we might go do a DEXA scan before I leave. How's Daniel doing? He's good. He's sleeping. He had a date last night. Ooh. So yeah, he's literally on the other side of this wall right here. Do I cut water the day before the Olympia? Yeah, but I'm always hesitant to say that because everyone interprets that word cut differently. When I say cut water, I don't mean I don't drink any water whatsoever. I mean I just lower it. So the day before the show, I'm still drinking water. I just lower it by a decent amount. And each meal I'll still have water to help with digestion. So typically, in my understanding of what people mean by cut water, that's what they mean, not just like, oh, I'm not drinking water all day. Yes, I am on the treadmill. Am I flying my family out to Vegas? Yeah, I'm flying a lot of people out to Vegas. Daniel, Tiffany, and my mother out to Vegas. How long did it take to come up with the blinding lights routine? Not too long. To be honest with you, it was not a super complex routine. A lot of, if you look at it, it's very slow, so there's actually not a whole lot of complexity to it. Besides, like it wasn't. I would say the hardest routine to come up with was the one I did at the Arnold, the Warriors routine. Warriors. That one was super complex. I'd say blinding lights maybe took me 2 weeks, and when I say 2 weeks, I'm not practicing it every day, so maybe like 3 hours. Let's see. What are your predictions for this year? Predictions, those are Nick Walker, Samson Duwada, Derek Lunsford. Honestly, I'm not super excited to see Andrew Jacked. He has, I mean, like, no, maybe I'm mistaken. Favorite meal to bulk? Really? I got full day of eating videos. I mean, I feel like most bodybuilders eat chicken, rice, and a veggie. That's at least 2-3 of my meals a day, no matter what. Or nowadays, it's the other meal is either eggs and oats, or protein and oats, or protein and cream of rice. I mean, I feel like most bodybuilders have go-to meals. Any plans for 212? No. No plans for 212. You've been in the game so long, how do you find new things to improve on? Well, I'm not perfect, you know. I think bodybuilding is about self-improvement. So, you know, I think as a bodybuilder too, we should be able to sit down and actually have like unbiased opinions on our physique. You know, I think sometimes people attach who they are to the physique too much, and their judgment gets clouded because any critique on their physique, it's a critique on themselves. So being able to detach yourself from that is important. And just being able to really just critically just look at your physique pose by pose and see what you need to improve on. I mean, if Phil Heath can look at his physique and say he still needs improvements, then I 100% can. My shoe is untied, but I don't want to stop my cardio to tie it. Okay. Any passions outside of bodybuilding after I'm done? Honestly, my passion is like, I'm very goal driven. So like 2 things I want to do, focus a bit more on is my business, Iron Eating. I honestly love it. That's why we keep making improvements. We just hired a movement specialist. We're bringing on 2 new coaches, building out the website, building out a better community portal, getting a new software added. So, you know, all those things are already in the works. And then I just like taking photos. That's the only other hobby I have. I would love to go back to like drawing and things, but when I do paint or draw, it like consumes me. And I don't do, I'll sit there and draw for like 3-4 hours, not eat, not do anything, you know? So I can't go back to that till I'm like retired from like life. Yo, what's up, coach? If you guys don't know, that guy with the red background and yellow shirt is coach. I think he flies out to Vegas tomorrow. Alright. Give me 2 seconds. I gotta tie my shoe. It's really bothering me. Alright, I'm back. Flying Saturday. Oh, okay. I thought you got in town on Friday for some reason. But yeah, we fly out to Vegas on Monday. Like afternoon, we get there like late Monday night. So Tuesday will be my first real day there. On Tuesday is the day before show day for one of my clients, so I have to make sure he's on point. It's gonna be a tiny bit stressful, but it is what it is. But I'm excited to see how he does. He's worked his butt off. How many calories do I cut by, coach? How many calories do you cut when we change our meals? He's in the chat right now, so I'll let him answer that if he's still here, because I honestly have no idea. I like making sport too. I like making sport. Let's see what else we got question-wise. Give me some questions, guys. I never understand why. Are you near your weight cap for Classic? I'm actually not. I still got room to grow, which is strange. I have a hard time putting on like size. I'm ready, yo, coach. I'm ready to be done with cardio. So whenever we get to that point, let me know. Don't forget. The only thing that's gonna be a little. Well, actually, no. I try to plan my flight at a good time. I didn't want it to be in the morning because I didn't want it to affect cardio and training. So on Monday, I'll do my cardio in the morning. I'll hit the gym, and then like 2-3 hours later, we'll head to the airport. So really good timing on that. Yay! No more evening cardio. Good. And honestly, coach, I've been with the evening cardio cut starting yesterday. I mean, it's definitely not the same amount of intensity, but I've been able to practice my posing routine a bit more. So I found I'm still burning a little bit of calories because with the cardio twice a day, it was just really difficult to get that in. How you feeling, my bro? I'm feeling good. feeling good. I got like a minute and 10 seconds of my routine done, and I have 37 seconds left to finish. But the last 7 seconds, I have the ending figured out. I'm gonna do the Icarus pose as the finish. It just goes really nicely with the song because he's like, I sacrifice, and I'm like, okay, that's a perfect symbolism for sacrifice, like the Icarus pose. So I really just got like 30 seconds, and I already know what I'm gonna put there, like how it's gonna go. It's gonna be very like Arnold-esque poses, but my goal is to take up a lot of space when I do those. And I guess you guys will see what I mean when I get it all planned out. But it's not like, I've noticed some of my most complex routines, I mean, obviously people still like them, but they're not the best. Like a lot of the simpler ones are the ones that do the best. Like Survivor, when I redid that routine, it took me like 2 hours to like go back and remember how to do it and like add some new things here or there. It's very, 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 very simple. Same with Blinding Lights. There's not a whole lot of difficult things going on in that one. It's very slow if you guys take a look at it. The harder ones for me were the Warrior routine, the Arnold last year, Monster by Jacob Banks, one of the other Arnolds, and one really old one called the Britney Spears one, remix, whatever it was. I can't think of it now. Toxic. Those were probably the most complex ones I've done. Even the final countdown, the one I did for the tribute I did for Lee Labrada, that one's more complex than Survivor or Blinding Lights. Have you read Winning by Tim Grover? I have not read, but it's on my list. I haven't been able to read a whole lot of, listen to a whole lot of books the last week or two due to like business stuff. But the last book I was reading was Chop Wood and Carry Water, and it was beautiful. Like so many different life lessons in that one book, like a ton. It's basically like this guy learning from this samurai master, and pretty much each and every day he gives him like some new advice, and it's all gold. But another book I want to read is I think it's called Seven Rings. I may be wrong. It's a book written by Michael Jordan's coach. So I'm excited to read that one. Better to have your coffee before cardio if you can. Caffeine will help a bit. Like 20-30 minutes before your cardio if you can manage that, but if not, just before is fine. I definitely understand people not wanting to get up. You already got a day job, you're getting up at 4 a.m. and then you got to get up, an extra hour earlier just to have coffee. That seems a bit excessive. The Power of One More. That actually sounds pretty good. I'm going to screenshot that one. Got it. Another good one I've read that helps me a lot, one thing I struggle with is trying to do too many things at one time, is a book called One Thing, and it's just the power of just focusing on one thing at a time. All right, give me some questions, guys. It's weird. You have, where we go? What time? I mean, this is Googleable, man. Like 4 to 8 meals. It depends how big. If you're 100 pounds, you're not gonna eat 8 meals a day. But if you're 200 pounds, you're not gonna eat 4 meals a day. Those meals will be insane. You know, I think, that leads me to another point. Whereas people they say they want to be big, they say they want these goals, they say they want these physique goals, but they literally put zero effort into learning anything about the sport, anything about muscle building, anything about training. So, like, does your actions reflect the goals you actually say you want? I think being honest with yourself is more important. So, instead of saying, "Oh, I would love to be, big," just say, "Oh, I might want to be big one day." I think that's a more realistic answer than, "Oh, I love bodybuilding or lifting and eating," Because when you're honest with yourself, you can make better decisions. What is the main focus during the final week since cardio is taken out? Okay, really good question. The main focus during peak week is lowering stress and fatigue, inflammation as well. All the, having your cortisol high and things of that nature will cause you to hold a bit of water, will cause your lines not to be quite as deep. So basically, just getting rid of all those stresses in life is the number one thing, and just maintaining whatever look you find is best. It's really, really simple. You're not putting on muscle at this point, and we don't need to break down any muscle tissue. So that's kind of the thought process there. Doing 40 minutes of cardio a day. What makes you push through on those days you want to quit? Well, I don't want to quit. So I think figuring out what you want in life is very important. So if I want to be successful, whatever that means, then there's certain things I have to do to be successful. Therefore, even if I'm tired or not motivated, I still want to do those things. I never want to quit. I've never gotten to the point where I want to quit. I may not feel as motivated. I may not have the energy, but again, like, I like living in a house. I like having a car. I don't want to be homeless. I think you've been saying that. Like, if your goal is not to be homeless, then that's a good enough goal, and you'll get the shit done. Just like people hate their day jobs, but they want to eat, right? You can hate your day job and want to eat, so you get up and go do your job. Do you see more younger guys skipping their genetic maximum and going right into PEDs? I do. I do see that a lot. I think just from an adherence standpoint, a mindset standpoint, a principle standpoint, you should be able to do all of the things first before hopping on PEDs. Because PEDs aren't a magic pill. I've seen pretty much 99% of people think, one, they're gonna get these crazy results from PEDs, and they don't. They're sorely disappointed 99% of the time. Whether it's the lack of muscle being built, or they don't know what they're doing and they get a ton of side effects. 99% of the times, it's not a good result. And one, like I said earlier, if you want to get into the sport of bodybuilding, learning is important. Maximizing everything that's required of you first is ideal. So without cardio and not really working out, does weight get added during peak week? Do the workouts increase rep-wise since not increasing muscle? So no, you don't increase your reps per se. I mean, to a certain extent you can, but we typically don't. Your weight typically doesn't increase because basically you want to be like maintenance, calorie wise and things of that nature. And it takes a bit of time for your body to get back to homeostasis in that sense. Like you're just not gonna, say for instance you're doing cardio every day, you miss a day or two of cardio, you don't instantly put on all the weight that you lost from missing a day or two of cardio. It's a slower process, and there's a lot of things and supplements in place to kind of keep you at that baseline that you set for yourself. So typically I lose weight during peak week because, like I said earlier, when you're lowering stress, fatigue, and things of that nature, you drop a ton of water weight. And when you drop that water weight, you end up dropping a good amount of but a good amount of water in the process. So during peak weeks, sometimes I'll lose like 2 or 3 pounds. If you're a bigger individual, it could be even more. I'm like 5'5", so 2 or 3 is a good amount for me. But if you're like 5'10", you could lose 6-7 pounds, easily. Do you use a sauna or cold exposure? I do not. It's funny, like there's a certain pro that likes to hop in the ice. There's actually a couple pros that like to hop in the ice bath, but it actually inhibits muscle growth. They can keep doing it if they want to, no issue. Like I think the benefit to cold therapy, there's probably a ton of benefits that I don't know about. Obviously, I haven't done a ton of research into it, but building muscle isn't one of them. What's we got? Saunas, no. I mean, I've done the infrared sauna. There's a lot of benefits to that. I know some people like to hop in the sauna every day to drop water weight, but I think that's silly as well. Your body just adjusts to it very quickly. There's a study done on MMA fighters of them trying to manipulate their water, and they measured their aldosterone levels, and they were back to normal within 24 hours. So doing stuff like that isn't really necessary for that reason. If you want to do it for other reasons, if it makes you feel good, then yeah, go for it. What we got? That was good, some good questions, man. Really good questions. Today, I think I'm going to try to make some posts about lowering volume. I already got videos made about like accommodating resistance and setting up profiles for like triceps for alignment and profiles for like setting up the cable machine correctly. Some pretty cool stuff. I was thinking there's a good video. Oh, they're talking. They don't hear me. I know. So typically people always ask me about warm-ups and things like that. And to be quite honest with you, it's personal preference, but Dash has a pretty cool like little system for new beginners to kind of, you're a beginner, you need to have some type of direction. So she has that. I want to see if she wants to do a post about it. Can you please reinforce what you said about learning the sport? Yeah, I definitely think that's important. Like, if you're putting all this time and effort into something, no, I'm not saying don't go on Instagram because I need people on Instagram, obviously. But at the same time, like, do a deeper dive into certain topics, right? Do a deeper dive. Take some time out to learn from some educated people. And to be quite honest with you, there are some big dudes that are educated, but the truth of it is most of the most educated people I know aren't the biggest people I know. I typically find that the more genetically gifted you are, the less you actually, the less effort you put into learning, So I would just be wary of that and aware of that. How do you feel when you wake up as you get close to hitting the stage? When I wake up in the morning, that's when I get most of my work done. Actually, I woke up at like 5 this morning, and I spent like 2 hours like getting shit in order for my business. Like I had to watch some videos on some new processes we have, and I took a look at the earning page and see what was going on there. I just signed with a new company, so I'm trying to figure out. They want me to do more on TikTok, so I'm trying to figure out how TikTok works, like what type of content works and things like that. So that's what I did this morning. Then I normally get super tired after my training. I'll take a nap. When I wake up, after like an hour, I'll do my client check-ins, and then I get another boost of energy like right before bed, which is awful because I need to go to sleep, but I'm able to get a lot done like early in the morning, late at night. Collab with John Jewett after the Olympia. Yeah, so I don't know if it's cool for me to say this, but me and John are doing we talked early, very briefly about doing a seminar here in Tampa, I think in April. It's very, very preliminary. We just hopped on a call, me, him, and Luke, about doing something. So more details about that soon, you know. Honestly, my whole thing right now is just trying to find a topic that I can cover that they just couldn't do themselves, you know. I've known Luke since he was like a teenager. We both were from Alabama. And Luke works with John. He helped him build out the J3 University. So I'm excited. I'm excited to do it. What else do we have here? What do you do on rest days? It's somewhat active now because my rest days is the only time that I have energy throughout the entire day, like some sort of energy. So yesterday, I just did my posing routine, and then practiced that a bit for like an hour, and then Tiff had a photo shoot, so I went with her there and just did some work. So my rest days are when I try to get just a lot of errands done. Have I seen the Chainsaw anime? Yes. I think I'm behind now. I think I've seen maybe 3 episodes of Chainsaw Man. And shout out to one of my followers. He informed me that there was a new season of My Hero, and then I realized I was 3 seasons behind. So I've been catching up with My Hero lately, so that's been good. Last question from Caleb. Have you listened to Andrew Huberman's podcast? So much info. I have not listened to it. I just subscribed to it. So it's usually it'll take me like a month to